Listen, vision. Listen, vision. DC's #1 recording studio.
All right. Welcome to the Swerv Show.
Hey.
Hey, come on, Racine, get closer.
What's up, folks?
I might not want to get that.
All right. So it is what, September 19th?
Yes, it is.
All right, and we've got a full house. Look at Derrick.
I'm live, aren't I?
Hi, Derrick. Yo, we got.
Look, y'all. I'm actually I'm talking to my fans and friends, family on
I hear
Instagram.
somebody's sound, somebody's audio. Who is
it me?
I don't know.
Can y'all hear me?
It might be me.
All right. So here's the Swerve Show, y'all. We got very special guests in the house, of course. So we got Racine Pendarvis with us, the one and only.
Salutations.
All right, and then we've got Tony Nelson in a beautiful blue blazer.
Hello.
Yarde Noir, our editor at large.
What's up, folks?
And then the one and only,
The makeup maestro.
the makeup maestro.
No, you forgot him. You forgot your name.
No, we said Yarde.
Can't pass me.
Oh, you did. You on me now.
Yeah, we're
on
you now.
We got.
Spotlight's on you.
Meow.
No, he didn't say meow.
That's why I wore my leopard.
I love that leopard. So we've got the one and only, y'all, Derrick Rutledge, who is gracing our cover for our October issue. Can we put that up, Jacob? Can we show that?
Yes, there it is.
Oh my goodness, look at that.
Derrick, that is flawless.
Thank you.
Flawless.
I appreciate you. I was keeping you all in mind. I was keeping the fall in mind. I was
Yes.
keeping plaids in mind.
Yes.
And that was all your styling.
Well, Derrick, I
was.
want you
You're
to
Derrick, that's
sign mine. Will you sign mine?
I
want
sure
mine
will.
signed
Oh, my
too, now you
goodness.
say that.
We're gonna have you autograph all of ours.
And Derrick's going to be with us the whole show. It is a great interview.
Look at you. I got plenty of them to sign. This is my first time seeing them, so you don't understand how excited I am.
It's beautiful, right?
And Derrick, is this you said this was your first
cover?
cover
And you've
feature.
earned it.
Well, I was on the cover of the Washington Post magazine about 5 years ago
Okay.
when I was working with the First Lady and Oprah at the same time. So they did a big story about me.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
As they should have.
But something like this, no, this is my first time.
Oh, great.
We're
honored.
But I'm sure this won't be my last.
Oh, this
It
is just
will
the
not
beginning.
be
Not
your
after
last.
this.
But
It
don't
will
forget-
This is the beginning.
Don't forget us little people as you
Oh,
step
you all
over
are
us.
home now. You know one thing I don't do is I don't forget about the DMV.
No, you
I-
don't.
I,
Yeah, you
I
don't.
always claim DC as being my hometown. No matter how many people come through here, become famous, and move to wherever, I always come back and claim DC as my home.
And
All right, all
we
right.
claim
We
you
claim
too.
you.
We claim you for sure.
A living DC legend.
And y'all,
thank you.
this is a great article, great profile written by Kevin E. Taylor. Our
Yes.
Kevin E.
We
Taylor.
love Kevin Taylor.
Kevin.
Who actually did a wonderful job because he was making me remember things I'd forgotten about.
See.
He was bringing up things. I'm like, wait a minute, you knew about that? Oh my God,
Yeah.
you're bringing back all kinds of memories. So yeah, it was wonderful.
So
to have somebody
Derrick's
that
going to
knew
share
me.
somewhat of it. It's going to share some of his story with us later on. So let's get to some of these other issues. So first of all, for anyone interested, we've got advertising opportunities within the magazine as well as on the show. And contact myself at Jamil at Swerv Magazine for more details, and we can work with whatever budget you have, as long as you have a budget. All right.
You gotta got something.
As long as you got a budget.
Real
Some
something.
fried chicken, a bucket of fried chicken,
Sweet
maybe.
potato pies.
The EBT card.
Guacamole.
Something.
Metro Pass.
And we just like to say hello to everybody in Facebook land.
Yes.
Like and
Hey,
share.
Like and
JJ.
share. Like and
Hi,
share.
Albert Frank. All right. And so then the other is Swerve Weekend. I'm excited.
I'm
but
excited,
I'm busy
too.
trying to plan for it. So yes, so we've got 3 days full of activities. Derrick is so thrilled.
He is going in over here.
Because this is my first time
Get your
seeing
life.
the book. This is my first time. I walk in,
Derrick is
everybody.
so excited.
and I walk in, and this is my first time.
Derrick,
actually
get your
seeing the
life.
book.
Get your life. Get your
That's
utter
okay,
life.
Derrick. That's
He is
okay.
losing it.
So wait a minute. Put the flyer back up
Because
for Swerve Weekend.
I haven't even seen. I saw the cover, but I
Look
haven't.
at
I
that.
saw the sneak
I know it's
picture.
fabulous. Come on, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get
Okay,
there.
we get that back to that
So
later.
I just want to
Let's
bring this to
follow-
everyone's
let's follow-
attention. Swerve Weekend
Yes.
is starts next weekend. We're
Start
doing
next
a
weekend.
number of things, anything from the meet and greet. So if you've ever done anything with Swerve, we want you to come out to the Mill on Friday the 28th. It's a newly remodeled Bachelor's.
Yeah,
and
they're
Mills
remodeling.
in DC, and we want to
It's
just
fit- and
bring
it's-
the Swerve community together.
I think it's wonderful.
All right, and that's Friday. Then Saturday we're screening the Andre Leon Talley
This is what I'm
documentary.
excited
I am
about.
so
I saw it when I was on my
excited.
way to Japan.
Isn't
it's
it
a
great?
wonderful movie.
It really is.
We are so excited
and then
about
we've got
that.
a party. It's it's in celebration. It's really a fundraiser for Dance Institute of Washington, which was started by my dear
Yes.
friend Fabian Barnes, who
We
I
love
miss.
Fabian.
I
The
miss-
amazing
I miss
Fabian
dearly.
Barnes.
And then we're doing a town hall meeting to talk about the upcoming election, and then we're doing an artist showcase. Come on out. Only 2 events have ticket prices to them. But please check our Eventbrite site, and then it's on our Facebook page, and I hope you can come out and join us. This is our first one. We want to show some love and have a good turnout.
Well, I'm going to be there.
Good. I can't wait.
I've
wait.
rearranged my schedule.
Did you?
to be
You're gonna
there.
be available?
I was going to be out of town, but I've rearranged and moved some things in so I could be there on Sunday.
Oh my God!
With
so
you
you'll be
all
there
day.
Sunday. Okay, good.
And
good.
I told you already that,
You're busy. I know.
but
You're booked.
I'll be on a red eye trying to get back here for at least a Sunday.
Okay, come on out.
Oh, we appreciate it.
And this is just the beginning. We'll do this something next year. So I want to
Okay.
find out what's going on with everybody. So Tony,
like
what's going on with you? I know we've got.
You got my lipstick.
I don't have the flyer. I don't have
That's
the new
okay.
flyer, but I have the other flyer.
Well,
That's
the
okay.
offline.
We have the lipstick review
Can
that's
we
coming
show
up.
that number 4? There we go. But
It's every fourth Sunday of the month. This week
that's right. So it's this Sunday.
is this Sunday. This Sunday we have special guests coming from Atlanta, Georgia, Bunny Houston and Destiny
Come on,
Monroe.
Bunny.
Miss Destiny Monroe is going to burn that little
Come on,
building
Destiny.
alive.
Destiny,
And we're
okay.
celebrating the legendary Alicia Kelly's birthday. And my co-hostess this week will be Miss Stormy Vane. She's a Washington, D.C.
Yes.
legend.
Come on,
And we're gonna have
Stormy.
a good time.
What time is that?
That show will start at 8:15 on the nose. I'm going to hit that stage, and that show is known for starting
On
on
One
I
time.
think I may actually make that. I
8:15.
got to look at my football schedule.
If you want a reservation for the show,
This
just
weekend? Okay.
inbox me, inbox John J. Kelly, and we could get you a table. It's a lot of fun. But I also have a couple other things coming up. You know, I'm going to be hosting the first Fridays at Ziegfeld's. This is just a first
Are
time
you?
out. Yes, I
Yay.
will
At
be.
Ziegfeld's?
At Ziegfeld's with Mr. Darrell Wilson.
I didn't know that they were actually doing the shows. I
Well,
thought it was all
well,
the
you
strippers.
just heard it.
Well,
again.
now you
Yes.
know.
You just heard it again.
Yes.
If you
Okay.
didn't
So
know,
we got a
now
lot
you
of
know.
things coming up. So,
So which date? That's the
It's
next-
on Friday.
October.
the next one is going to be October the 5th.
Okay.
My debut show.
I'm there.
Which is.
And you know, this is a big deal because I'm going to tell you all the truth.
It's
Years
huge.
ago, one of the managers at Ziegfeld's told me when I was there and I was talking, and he said, "You will never perform on this stage." He told me that. So here you go. I'll be at that stage.
How you doing?
the first Friday.
And that's why
of
he's no longer
October.
there.
Here I come.
That's why he's no longer there.
Okay.
That's why he's
all
no
right.
longer there.
God will move the mountains, Brody.
So Racine, what's going on with you? I know we got 4 of your flyers. I think.
pulled
don't we?
them up.
Kapow, do we have that, Jacob?
I think you
Number
do.
5. Badal.
Yeah.
Well, the first one is a singles women, same gender loving women.
That's tomorrow, isn't it?
Mixer tomorrow at Shaw Library. It's free. It starts at 6 p.m. Then I will be
Oh, there we
hosting.
go.
I love it. Thank you. Then I will be hosting the 40th anniversary of Whitman Walker. I'm one of the co-hosts.
That's down,
this
right? Is
Saturday.
that Saturday?
No, it's not. That's Saturday.
Right.
And then I
and the
will be
tickets
doing.
are like $400, aren't they?
Yeah, they're very pricey,
That's
but
why
they
I
go
can't
for
go.
a good cause. But you'll be there in spirit, and then we're hosting.
And I used to work there, actually.
I know they have a table waiting on you, and then
Bless
I will be hosting Racine's Reading Room, a night of poetry, comedy, authors, and a lot of surprises. Tony
Monday
Nelson
the
will be.
24th.
Who's going to be your
Yes.
guest?
Tony Nelson will want to be our surprise.
Whoa,
guest.
come on, Tony Nelson.
Have you got a book out that we're promoting?
So it'll be a wonderful thing.
No, but he reads.
We'll be doing the art of reading.
He reads down.
And we'll be talking about pose, and we'll be doing a lot of fun and wonderful things. That's
Okay.
also free. Then following down is October the
Come on,
3rd.
Jacob, you better
Meet
scroll.
the candidates. All of the various candidates are running for office.
In the
that
DC
come
area?
through in the DC, DMV, and for Congress as well throughout the last year have all visited the Ask Racine show. So they're coming out to talk to us. Our wonderful guests in the listening lounge will be the Kulaks.
Okay.
Asala
I'm
will
not familiar
be
with
our-
them.
Oh, the Kulaks are phenomenal. They've opened up for everybody. They've played at all these various,
Okay.
various. They're a cross between Jimi Hendrix meets Erykah Badu meets
So we-
Woodstock, Aerosmith. They are incredible. But you know what? They're their own entity. And
Okay.
their own
So we'll
power
check them
entity.
out. And that's on Thursday,
And then
October
DJ
11th.
Honey is our guest, and it's free. It's Wednesday, October the 3rd. Also, I've partnered up with various organizations to talk about
Domestic violence?
domestic violence in the LGBT community, and we're having a town hall meeting at the Reeve Center October the 11th, and with DC Anti-Violence Project, Safe Space, One Woman, Many Voices, all have come together and partnered up with Team Racine to talk about that, and that's free and open to the public.
All right.
So
All right.
there'll be various activities that I'm also involved in. Also, I am.
Okay, we're going to have to move on.
Well,
said also.
Yes, also, I'm wearing a beautiful shirt, custom shirt from
It's nice.
Shay Monet as part of the Black Mermaid
Oh, I like that. I
full-figured
want one
Black
of those.
Mermaids. So I really am wearing her shirt, and thank you for sending it to me and sending one for Zara, and I'm wearing it, and I thank you. I'm also next Saturday I will be doing Story District, hosting their event at the wonderful Duke Ellington School of the Arts.
Okay. All right.
All right.
So we got to go to your your Facebook page.
Girl,
and
I'm
follow
tired
you.
just listening
all
to
right.
it.
All right. So we're gonna move on to news. Oh, I'm sorry, Dave. Come on. What
Don't
you
do
got
that.
going on?
Don't
Go
do
ahead.
that.
I'm sorry.
I got 3
forgot.
events, and though I don't have flyers, we will have them next week.
Okay.
That's okay.
Shoot,
Next week,
shoot.
next Thursday, will be a part of another Brave Soul collection
Oh, that's
production.
right.
It's called Safeguards. It will be at the Anacostia Arts Center.
Amazing.
That's next Thursday.
Oh, you need to give me some
after
flyers.
That, October 7th, I will be relinquishing my title as Mr. Black National at Large at the Bachelor's Mill here in
And
Washington.
I'll be
October
hosting
7th.
that.
Okay.
Yes, so there will be, yes, Tony Nelson will be the host. I will be relinquishing my title, and there will be a lot of competitors coming in.
Am
from
I?
out of town.
Is there time to get to register if you want to
Sure.
compete?
Yes, if you're interested, show up to registration with your entry fee of 250 pearls. Thank you.
As long as you're going to help me coordinate my presentation.
And last but not least, Wednesday, November 14th, I am producing UDC's homecoming fashion show. So that will be Wednesday.
So it's already
November-
been announced, November 14th?
It's Wednesday. No, we have confirmed the date
okay.
with the theater. And
that's
I am
gonna be nice.
super excited about
can't go.
who our host is going to be, but I can't officially announce it yet.
We can go.
But it's going to be great.
We can attend.
Oh
Can't
yeah,
we?
definitely.
It's a
I need to
Wednesday.
talk to you because I think I want Swerv magazine to
We
do
wanna-
the black carpet.
I
Great.
love it. Love it. Let's do it.
Oh, okay.
I think we should.
And we'll do it together.
Yes.
Is,
I
Der-
think
is
that
Derrick
would be
November
fabulous.
14th? Is that on your schedule? Is Derrick going to be there?
I talked to Derrick. He said
Now
that he
you
has to check
know
his
that is
schedule.
too far ahead for me to check.
Right, exactly. We
You know that.
He said he's going to try to do what he can do.
I'll do what I can do. I try to support you all as much as I
and we
possibly
I
can.
know that's right,
And we
Derrick.
appreciate
You can't
it.
be everywhere.
I can't.
That's
Not-
right. All right.
You're now
y'all.
one of our cover models.
That's right.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
So we got to move to news. So okay, we've got some sad news. Famed dancer,
Yeah.
pioneer dancer Arthur Mitchell passed.
Yeah.
And he was the founder
Look
of
at those lines.
Dance Theater of Harlem. I think he's one of the first black ballet dancers
He
with
was.
the New York Ballet
Yeah, he was.
Company. And so, and
Martha Graham.
I had the chance to meet him because Fabian hosted, when Fabian Barnes from DC. Do we have an image of Fabian? I think we have an image of Fabian somewhere in there.
Do we? Are we
I
sure?
think it's number 4, if I'm not mistaken. Fabian Barnes from the Dance Institute
Oh.
of Washington. Fabian was my dear friend. But Fabian was a principal with the Dance Theater
He
of
sure
Harlem.
was. He sure was.
And he brought down Arthur Mitchell and honored him for his 25th anniversary of Dance Institute of Washington. So we want to send our condolences to the
The world
family.
has lost. The world of arts has lost an icon.
And it's funny because
and a
both of them are now
legendary
gone.
dancer.
Right,
You know
I
what I
know.
mean?
I
And
thought
two of
about
them.
that.
So
Yeah.
they're all
Fabian-
twirling in dance heaven.
Fabian was absolutely amazing. Like right before Fabian passed, Fabian opened up the dance school for us to do. We shot.
Right.
Right, yeah, we did one
a
of our
photo
covers
shoot
there.
like right before
He was,
passed.
he was a
Yeah.
lovely, he
at
was a
the
lovely
dance,
guy.
Yeah, that was my dear
Institute of
friend.
Washington.
I get choked up every time I walk in that building. But we're going to hold our event there, our 10-year
Yes, we
anniversary
are.
celebration, and we want the proceeds to benefit them.
Yes.
And they're going to do a performance for
Oh,
us.
That's gonna be
wonderful.
amazing.
I'm looking forward to that.
It's going to be fun.
It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
I got a little cute outfit too.
Not too cute, but cute. I'm just kidding, y'all.
You know he's gonna come through.
So that means I got to go shopping.
Go
So then
shopping.
we got Rice University announced that it's offering tuition free for middle class students. So if your parents make less than combined less than $100,000, $130,000, guess
Okay, so
what?
where's Rice?
You go for free.
Where's Rice University?
How old do you have to
Houston.
be?
Houston, Texas.
Really?
Isn't that amazing?
It's only got about 7,000 students. It's a great university.
Education should be free.
It
Higher
should be.
education
It should be
should
free
be
in
free.
this
This is what they
country.
should be doing. But that's hats off to
And,
Rice.
that's been happening around the country with a lot of community colleges, but that is a private, high-level private
Wow.
institution.
I commend them.
So
Kudos.
and so I will say this, that for Rice University, I employ all of us who come from families that are middle class, and even if you're not, that we should donate to a university such as this, because it takes money to keep something like that going.
Amen.
In order to offer free tuition.
Well, a lot of the big schools like Harvard, Georgetown, all of them, if they want you, they got money to, their endowments, they got money to fund it. So they're not
but to
short
just
on that
openly
money.
just say that, if you're middle class, which means, and as you said, if your tuition is below your parents' income is below 130,
130.
If you're below 130, that's a lot of people.
And they said, and if your parents combined salaries are less than 60, they'll not only waive the tuition, they'll provide grant money for rooms, room and board.
And
stuff.
this is why I
Isn't that
believe
fierce?
we should support universities like that.
Ain't that fierce?
And that's almost too good to be.
It is.
to be
It
true.
is.
So
It's
everybody,
amazing. It's amazing.
opportunity needs to be open. So anyway, hats off to Rice University.
Hats off to Rice University.
Hats
All
off
right.
to Rice.
So we got another issue, another element. Mike Espy is running for senator in Mississippi. They have a special runoff. I don't know if you guys remember Mike Espy. He used to be Secretary of Agriculture.
That's right.
Under
That's
the
right.
Clintons.
That's it.
Okay.
He did.
And they had that big incident where he took some. They claim he got indicted for taking gifts, and then they removed all the charges.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is a special runoff race.
So they
because,
removed all the charges. Did they make a public apology?
Sort of. His reputation was sort of thwarted from
Tarnished,
that.
but they
It was
did what they
sullied.
sought out to do.
But he's this. It's a tight race. He can win this.
I think he's going to win that.
He can win this. And he just announced a couple months ago because the current senator he decided to resign next year.
Oh.
So this is a special runoff.
Oh.
Wow.
So this is going to be the blue wave is real.
I think so. And
Bring the wave.
I think that blue wave is going to take the Senate.
Come on.
I hope so.
Really
That's
do
the
think
goal.
so.
But the thing we want the governor's race in Florida. Florida's the third largest state
We
in the
need
country.
Florida and Georgia.
And that is going to be
We need-
Florida,
And California.
Georgia, and Maryland.
Well, we need
everything.
that professor to come and talk on Monday, because if she doesn't talk on Monday, she does talk.
Who we talking
This
Kavanaugh. the
Kavanaugh.
woman who's
That Kavanaugh
accused-
situation.
But this is important though, because
Right,
if she talks and people like Murkowski, those three Republican senators.
Barbara
Lied on
Murkowski
the
said
fence.
she's
Not
not vote
Murkow-
against him.
Right.
Well, but they're wavering now because
are
this woman
wavering.
won't talk. But if they do, if she does talk
right.
and they vote against Kavanaugh, you realize that he will not have enough opportunity to get another
Exactly.
nominee
right,
in
right.
until
Right.
after the election,
After the
and then
midterms.
until after the midterms, and so that's why it's
Right.
important. That's why the Republicans
That's why
are
they're
really
rushing.
pushing. That's why they're rushing it, because they know they have to
Right.
get this in,
Right.
because they know that there is a really, really good chance.
Chance.
Even why his name just went out of my head, the Speaker of the Senate, the head of the Senate, Republican.
Paul Ryan. Well, he's resigning.
They're all afraid.
Right.
They're all
They
afraid
are.
that they're going to lose the Senate.
Oh, okay.
And
because the House is definitely in
this
contention.
woman, this woman, she got her ducks in a row. So they've already done the preliminary.
FBI
investigation. She passed the FBI polygraph already. So and she's a doctor, so they can't come for her character. You see what I mean?
Right.
Her ducks are in a row.
Well, we'll see. I just want to kind of hold out thoughts on that until we see more evidence and more witnesses come through. But the thing that we can do, folks, is register and vote.
It's not too late, right?
It's not too late.
When's the last
Register
day to
and vote.
register?
It depends
But-
on the
but
jurisdiction,
here-
but
but
it's
here
usually
in
like
the-
the first few weeks.
Yeah,
First
but
week
here in a
October.
nutshell, we know that collusion is alive and well.
But we still got to vote. Don't
And people
let that.
must still vote in spite of everything, and not let that hinder you in any way.
That's right. So turn out and HRC has an initiative to turn out to vote. Let's run that clip, Jacob.
Run that clip, Jacob.
All right, y'all. Go to takeactionhrc.org and learn
Yes,
more about where you
HRC,
can
we love
register.
you.
And this should be across. This has to be an initiative across the country because again, if the Congress turns blue and the Senate doesn't, they can impeach him, but he still could stay in office. If he stays in office and they impeach him, that will make him more sympathetic to a lot of his supporters.
And then it also neutralizes power as well.
But he could be like Clinton and get reelected. Clinton got reelected.
Right.
Clinton was impeached,
He was
but he
impeached.
got reelected because people felt bad.
But
for him.
he was impeached, but not removed from office.
That's why I'm saying it's important to get
Right.
the Senate turn that Senate too,
Over,
because
right.
if the Senate doesn't turn over, they're not going to remove him from office.
That's right. You're right. All right, so we got to move on. Okay, so we're on to what's hot. And so this first issue, Backstage Capital is offering $36 million for women, people of color, and LGBT initiatives. This young lady, Arlan Hamilton, I think, do we have a cover on that? That's image number 10. She's on the cover of Fast Company. It's a great story.
Uh-huh.
I tell you, if you've got an idea, an app or something, they can get you funding. She's got 36 to 40 million that they're targeting for women of color, women, people of color, and people in the LGBT community.
Well, come on now.
That's us, y'all.
I'm about to ask you. That's us. Are
I'm
we
gonna
going for
apply.
coins?
Oh, I'm definitely going to apply.
Okay.
Say
Come on,
that.
Swerve.
I'm a
I'ma think of
woman.
something.
I'm over 50, and I'm LGBT, so I fit all those categories.
And I got to go get this
Well.
issue to learn more about that. All right?
Well,
All right, y'all. So if you got an idea, it's Backstage Capital. Look for it. All right. Then we got Cincinnati Black Pride is October 5th through the 7th, and our dear friend Timim West is leading it. Part of the
Yes,
leadership in that
Timim.
initiative.
come on,
I
Cincinnati.
love it.
So,
Cincinnati.
what's it say?
ARP.
Cincinnati got
We're
some good
black.
chili.
We're back.
They got
Get
some
used
cute
to
black
it.
men, too.
Amen. I know.
Yes,
That's
they
what
do.
Ooh, some nice juicy boys.
Thick boys.
You got that
Yes,
right.
the thick.
It's all that chili they eat.
Hallelujah.
They make some good chili in Cincinnati.
And it looks like a fried chicken.
And you know it ain't but 15 of them down there, so they won't love you and leave you. They'll keep you and hold you.
No, it's
right.
more
They
than
can love me
15.
and, they can love me and leave me. Shit.
Like we do up here. We swipe right up in DC. Okay.
Love me, leave me. I don't care. Long as the love part comes.
All right, y'all. Then we've got the 5th annual Baltimore International Black Film Festival, October 2nd through the 8th.
Baltimore.
This film festival is very well respected. I heard great things about it. So if you're available, first week in October, check it out. And I think Soga runs that event. So
Yeah, Soga. Yeah.
Soga.
They're great supporters of Swerve Magazine.
Oh,
by the way.
good. We love them too.
And we appreciate you. Thank you so kindly.
And then we've got
And to everyone on Facebook Live, we love you as well.
all right,
Like and
y'all.
share.
We've
Like
got
and share.
Ujima Men's Collective Conference in Orlando, and I've heard great things about this conference as
I heard
well.
this is really wonderful.
So yeah, this should be a nice event as well. So all you folks in Florida, go check it out.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
You just posted this.
And it's very informative. Yes, I sure did share. I'm glad someone
It's in
saw
Florida.
it. Yes, in
It's in
Orlando, in Fort Lauderdale. And then the Wanda Alston Foundation has a special fundraiser on
Yay.
October 10th. Our dear friend June Crenshaw is the executive director for that.
Newly engaged.
Newly
Newly engaged.
June.
Congratulations,
Yes. Congratulations,
June.
June and Amy.
Sylvia Terrell says hello from Japan.
Hi,
Sylvia had to see this show. She said, I gotta see Derrick Rutledge. I got
okay.
it. So from
Yes.
Japan,
Oh,
she is
wow.
tuning in from Japan because
Come on,
she
that's
wanted to see
wonderful.
you,
All right,
Derrick
Derrick.
Rutledge.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
All right, and then we got one other activity. We've got the Counter Narrative Forum in Michigan on September 27th, and our dear friend L. Michael Gibson is the moderator for this event, hosted with Counter Narrative and Onyx.
Which is interesting because our event that I talked about next weekend is co-sponsored by the Counter Narrative.
But a Counter
Project.
Narrative, great
Yes.
organization
Yes.
based out of Atlanta,
They are amazing.
really doing a lot to empower and spread health and wellness throughout the Black LGBT community. All right,
Wonderful.
all right. So we're on to our.
The author, Joe Braxton, has just tuned in. We love you,
Hi,
Joe
Joseph Braxton. We got to
Joseph
do something
Braxton.
when you got to come join us.
Yes,
So anyway,
Joseph, come on
You need
through.
to come.
we've got a great musical spotlight. One of our dear friends, she's been on the cover of a Swerve magazine, Jessica Betts.
Yes,
and for
Jessica.
those who may not be familiar with Jessica, she won the reality show that
Yes.
that
With Missy.
that Missy Elliott hosted. a number of years ago, and she had a national recording deal. So she's very, very, very popular guitarist, vocalist, songwriter. And so she's got a new project out, a new single out called Catch Me. Let's run that, Jacob.
Come on.
I've lost my heart and many people before, just as I thought, and I just don't want it anymore. When I take flight away right now, will you catch me before the air lays out? Will you catch me as I hoped you would before? Will you hold me when I can't fake it anymore? Catch me, catch me. I want you to catch me, baby. Catch me, catch me. Hope, prayer, and love, all the wise words I was taught. Have hope and keep prayer and love until you're cold. 'Cause when I take flight and I'm soaring through the clouds, will you catch me before the air lays out? Will you catch me as I hoped you would before? Will you hold me when I can't fake it anymore? Catch me, catch me. I want you to catch me, baby. Catch me, catch me. I hoped you would before. Will you hold me when I can't fake it anymore? Catch me, catch me. I want you to catch me, baby. Catch me, catch me, catch me.
I love that
All right,
song.
y'all.
And
Jessica
we're back.
Betts.
That was
Yes,
beautiful.
Jessica Betts.
Jessica, come visit us. Come visit us.
So I do want to say this really quickly before, because I know we're getting ready to move into the Derrick Rutledge segment.
I'm looking forward to that.
Come on.
I do want to
Hey,
shout
Kevin.
out Joseph Braxton, who is online. We did recognize that he is an author, but he also has labels for a cause. And Jacob, could you bring up the cover
He does
of the
lapels.
magazine?
Lapels for a cause, is it?
Bring up the cover of the magazine again.
Can you bring up the first image?
Yeah, that one. The cover.
Ta-da.
Yes. So the lapel
Go,
pin,
Derrick.
the lapel pin that Derrick Rutledge has on is by Joseph
That I
Braxton.
admire so
Yes,
much.
it is.
And so I wanted to give him a shout out for that. He has, is it lapels for
Lapels for a
cause?
Lapels for a cause.
Lapels for a cause.
Which is a great, great venture that he does.
Is
So
that online?
Please
What's that?
support
where he
him.
raises money for
For-
people that are abused.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
And so what I do every time I wear, I've got at least 50 lapel pins that I've gotten from him. in different colors. And whenever I wear an outfit, I send him a copy of me in the outfit with the lapel pin.
Oh, wow.
And let him allow
Oh,
me
I
to
need
post.
some.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah, we
tell me how
gotta-
I can get access to those.
Yeah, we need to get access.
Well, he does it for organizations. Like an organization that if they, like, for instance, you want to do something for breast cancer awareness, he'll do them in the same color, and everybody there will be able to wear one. So he does it. So yeah, he does it for.
Okay,
organizations.
we got to reach out to him.
Yeah.
Joseph,
We
I'll
love
be
it.
calling you because I
And
have
the
an
wonderful
idea.
Kevin Taylor
I was
has
admiring
just...
this
Kevin
pen.
Taylor is on.
Reverend
Taylor.
Come on, Kevin.
Taylor has just...
All right, y'all.
Shine
All right,
dead.
y'all. So we've got Derrick Rutledge in the house with us finally.
The
Hey.
Derrick Rutledge.
And so
The
if
makeup
you-
maestro.
And if you
Derrick
don't know
Rutledge.
Derrick's story, I mean, it's just a great story. Because Derrick is such an accomplished person. He's an artist, and now his artistry is manifested through makeup right now at this point. And he is the makeup artist for some of the most iconic women of our time.
Of our time.
Including
Of our time.
Oprah Winfrey,
Yes.
Michelle Obama,
Yes.
Patti LaBelle.
Yes.
I mean,
And the list goes on.
CeCe
but-
And the
Winans,
list goes on.
Yolanda
The list
Adams,
goes on.
Shaka Khan.
right.
The list goes on.
Yes.
On and on.
So Derrick, tell us how did you get into doing makeup? I mean, I know if you read it, if you
It's-
get the story, it's in here.
It's
but
in the
tell
story,
us
but
about
we
it.
want to
It's
hear
in,
it.
College. I studied all my life to be an opera singer. I started taking voice lessons in 6th grade. Yes. Una furtiva lagrima
Sing.
negli occhi suoi spuntò. So I was always a lyric tenor. So I went to college, and my dream was to be a singer. It really was to be a opera singer. My teacher told me while I was in college that because of my weight issues at that time, that I would never become a singer because as the voice that I had, they're the Romantics. And because of the Romantics, he said, you got the face, you don't have the body to go with the face. So I suggest you change from being change from a vocal performance major to a minor. And at that time, I can honestly say I was weighing almost 600 pounds. And, you know, so what I did was I actually was taking girls from the school and doing makeup on them because I took a course in fashion photography. From that, I noticed that I didn't like the way the girls looked when they were being photographed. So what I did was I got beauty books from the drugstore.
Wow.
And I
Isn't that
got
amazing?
cheap makeup because, you know, Wet and Wild.
Yes, Wet n Wild.
Wet and Wild. I was getting
Wet n
cheap.
Wild.
We were in cheap. And at that time, you can get, you know, it was 50 cents for this and 50 cents. And I created a little bag, had a tackle box, and I had my makeup. And I would make the girls up. And then, you know, in college, you know, you need money. So I would make up girls on the weekends to go out. And then I noticed that I was getting really good at this. So I would take pictures of the girls, and I would photograph them, submit them to magazines, and won quite a few awards for my photos. Then from there, I just started to get good at this. So I said, if I'm going to be good at this, let me study it. So I went to the library because there was no such thing as social media at that time.
Right.
And got books
What did
from-
we do without social media?
Right, and I got books from Way Bandy and Max Factor, and studied all the greats, you know, Lena Horne, and just looked at the pictures that I saw of them, and then started mimicking everything that I saw on them on different girls, and but I still never let go of my singing career. I still had a band. I actually practiced a lot of makeup on me. You know, like right now in social media, it's popular for guys to make themselves up and post a picture.
Right.
Oh,
You
yes.
know, and I was doing it, but I was doing it and keeping little Polaroids because I practiced different looks on myself that I wanted to do on other people. And from that, I just started getting really good at it until I graduated from college, and then got my first job with Barry Fletcher. You all remember Barry?
Yes.
We do.
I love
I
Barry
lived
Fletcher.
Wow.
I lived around the corner
Yeah,
from
I
Barry
used to work
Fletcher.
for Barry.
Wow.
Yes.
I worked with Barry
That's
Fletcher
right.
doing a lot
A
of
couple
his photo
people said,
shoots.
"Can you pull your mic a little closer?" 'cause they
Oh,
can
I
hear
am
you.
so sorry.
There
You
we
all
go.
did tell me to put it in my mouth.
Yes.
So-
Eat the mic. Eat the mic.
You said eat the mic, okay?
Eat the mic.
Okay. And I am very soft-spoken, so let me.
Oh, no,
I
we hear
appreciate
you.
that.
We hear you.
So I went from working with Barry Fletcher to working with a German publisher named Rainer Lin, and he took me to Europe, and I went all over Europe doing all kinds of beauty shoots, came back to the United States and presented these wonderful images. And my first celebrity was actually Angela Winbush.
Oh, wow.
And then Angela Winbush introduced me to another celebrity. And then I got introduced to Whitney Houston. Then I got introduced to everyone that you could think of was requesting me to do makeup. And that's how I ended up actually at BET.
Yeah, tell us that story. How did you end up at BET?
Yeah.
Well, I ended up at BET because Sherry Carter at the time was going on maternity leave. And when she went on maternity leave, Donnie Simpson needed a co-host. His co-host at that time was Kenya Moore, the Kenya Moore.
I remember she was Miss USA.
I remember.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And she didn't like the makeup artist that they were using for her. And so she kept on saying that she didn't like it. So they said, well, what can we do to make you happy? She said, give me another makeup artist. They said, well, who? Do you have a suggestion? They said, and she said, Derrick Rutledge. He lives right here in your city. He's one of the best here. I mean, he's the best here in the city. So they brought me in, and they actually had me do her makeup. And from doing her makeup, I ended up doing the other hosts of the shows for BET.
I'm sure.
Which led me to not only being there for 2 weeks to being there, almost 5 years.
Yes, we remember.
And-
I remember I had an artist, a little jazz artist, male artist, and we were there. And I remember they had us wait for you to dust him. And I said, you got to have multiple makeup artists. They said, but you want to wait for him. And we waited for you.
See,
I was like, oh my God, they're working this poor guy to death.
And they were, and I was known as the big guy that beat face in the makeup room, because I was sitting. I had my own little station in the back. I sat on a little stool.
You sure did.
I did nothing on a little stool, and I sat there and I beat face, and I got to do. I mean, I was doing SWV, Brownstone,
You were?
Pure Soul. Every girl group that came through there, I got to meet and do their makeup. I was doing Lil' Kim. I got to do Destiny's Child when it was the original four. Aaliyah before she passed. I was doing Aaliyah, and a lot of the male singers I would do them as well. So I got, and because of my personality, I became friends with a lot of these people. So they trusted me, giving me their personal numbers, and they would call me to do to do anything for them. But the problem was, I couldn't be at BET and I couldn't be with them. So I had to figure out a way of duplicating myself because they didn't want someone to leave there. Want me to leave and I have the host of the shows not look consistent.
Right.
So I had makeup artists that come in that I would train and just stand behind me, and they would watch everything I did as I painted so that they could mimic what I did on the host and put their own little flair into it.
Wow.
And that's how I started
Traveling.
creating mini-me's.
Wow.
By doing that. Yeah,
Kim Lee.
I love it.
Sharon Richmond. It's quite.
Oh, so you're
quite a few of
responsible
them.
for
Yes.
a lot
Yes,
of folks
he
in the
is.
industry.
And,
Yes.
and you know what, Derrick? Years ago, I can remember years ago, Eric Spearman.
Eric Spearman.
Eric Spearman,
yes.
years
One of my
ago.
good friends
One of my,
who passed.
I've known
Right.
Eric Spearman for years. I knew him before he started makeup. I can
Right.
remember him telling me that Derrick Rutledge was the most talented makeup artist he had ever met.
Oh, bless his
He
soul.
did. I remember
bless
him
him.
telling me that. And Eric Spearman was a
Yeah, he
major
was.
He
talent.
really
was.
was.
Yes.
And you know what's so funny is we have a lot of people that have chimed in for BET, such as Kevin, Sheila, Tammy, Howard, Nathan. People used to come and sit in your audience and be there, and everybody's like, oh, I used to work with Derrick every day. But what I loved about BET, the BET before,
Right
Viacom,
right over there.
Right down the street. From
Right
Long
down the
Avenue.
street.
What I
Right,
loved
right off
about
New York
it was
Avenue.
such a
Exactly.
family. It was such a family
Yes, we
there.
were a
You,
family.
Flavia, Angela Stribling,
Angela Stribling, Kathy
Kevin,
Andrews.
Kathy,
Kevin
everybody.
Taylor.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
right.
we were like a big family.
It
We
was
really were.
wonderful, and our beloved, God rest his soul, the beautiful voice
Melvin
of
Lindsay.
Melvin Lindsay.
Melvin
Yeah, I
Lindsay,
remember
The
right.
screen scene, and Sherry when she
Sherry
she
Carter,
was so sweet.
Harold McCoo.
Oh my God, everything.
Yes.
And I loved it because you could run through and say hi to everybody when you come backstage. It would always bring me backstage.
Brings back memories.
It brings
Memories.
back
So-
it brings back lots of
nostalgia.
wonderful memories.
So how did
Yeah.
you come full circle to
Full
be
circle
with,
was-
to be with Michelle Obama and now then Oprah Winfrey?
Well, once BET decided to move their facility from DC to New York, I decided that I love New York, but not for living for me.
Amen.
So I wanted to stay here, which was a good thing, because by me actually staying here, that allowed me to be seen by Michelle Obama. But before I even got there, I still didn't like who Derrick was. I had to first love who Derrick was and like who
Yes.
because I was used to hiding in the makeup room. Because at this time, I had ballooned up to 585 pounds. Wow. So what I did was I decided if I'm going to do this, I need to, and be out here in the forefront and let people see me, I need to feel better about myself. So I decided I would bring in the new millennium to the year 2000 by having gastric bypass surgery. And I lost a lot of weight. And then there was nothing you could tell me. You couldn't tell me I didn't.
You better go. You better go.
Were you on the move? Were you on the move, Derrick? Were you on the move?
I lost a lot of weight, but then I had, some things that happened that, which all, we don't have, this is not an hour-long show.
And
so,
it's
it's all in the
here,
book.
And it's going to be in your book when your book
It's going to
comes
be in my
out.
book too, but all kinds of obstacles that got in my way, but I still never stopped. And that's why I rally for, for telling this story, because there are a lot of people that I watched that show called My 600 Pound Life, and there are a lot of people that just lay there and they give up. You can't. I never gave up. I walked with canes. I did the movie The Butler with Lee Daniels doing makeup for Oprah on the movie with my set chair on my back, my makeup bag on one arm, and walking with a cane on the other arm.
Wow.
Walking through the mud, and we had to do the scenes with the at the cabin.
And
So-
she should have gotten an award for that anyway. But
Yes, she
I don't
did.
want to regress.
But what I'm saying is that I find it very difficult for me to accept excuses. I push through everything, and I'm a strong person because I push through things. And so I want people to see that this career, where I am now, has not been a overnight success.
That's
It
right.
wasn't
has taken
handed
me,
to you.
It has taken me almost 30 years
You
to get
paid your
to
dues.
this.
And it's
You
your
paid
it's
your
your-
dues.
and it's your excellence.
I'm blessed for having good genes that I can look and say, yes, I'm 38. But I know that I'm really 55.
Again.
God is
so
good.
that's why, but I don't accept excuses. But by me staying here in Washington, D.C., I got the call from an assistant at the West Wing of the White House asking me if I would come in and audition for Michelle Obama. Now, when the person called and said, "Can we give your number to someone?" I said, "Yes, of course. I'm a freelancer. Give my number out." But when I got the call, it was in a scrambled number. I'm like, and so I didn't answer the phone. So you see a strange number, you're not going to answer that
That's
call.
right.
So I didn't answer the call. And the girl called me back after 3 calls and said, "Why aren't you picking up the phone?" I said, "Because it's a strange number. It could be a bill collector. I don't know who it is." Right. So she said, "Derrick, the next time they call, can you please answer the phone?" So I answered it. And then the person said, "Hello, Derrick. I'm calling from the office of the First Lady. We're wondering if maybe you could come in and audition for the First Lady to do her makeup." I was like, "Yeah, right. Okay, who's playing with me this time?" And so they said, "No, for real." I said, "Okay, well, here's my manager's number. Call him, and then he'll call me back." Well, I was on my way to see my mother, and my manager called me about 10 minutes later and said, "Derrick, where are you?" I said, "I'm on my way to see Mommy." He said, "Well, when you get somewhere safe, I need you to pull over. I need to tell you something." So I did. And when he told me, I was like, "Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I can't believe this. I can't believe this." I mean, tears are in my eyes and everything. I can't believe this. And so then I said, "Okay, I got to go. I got to call Mommy." So then I called my mother. And after I called my mother, she said, "Oh my God." After she did all her praises to God and everything. Then the next thing she said was, "Okay, now, Derrick, you need to cut your hair. I want you to wear a suit with a necktie. I want you to
Yes,
go,
Mother.
I want you to be presented." So, I went from an audition there, which was March 9th of 2009, to doing the St. Patrick's Day dinner to actually being, I thought it was an audition, but it was actually the St. Patrick's Day dinner.
Oh, wow.
And
So it
from
was
that-
for an event that she was going to that day?
That day, and
Wow.
I did not know. And it went from that to them loving what I did and bringing me in, more frequently until the next thing I knew, about a month later, they booked me for the rest of the year.
Wow.
And then I went from 2009, 2010, 2011, and then Oprah was seeing all of my work that I'd done with the First Lady, and she inquired and she auditioned me. And she wanted to know, after I did the audition with her, she said, "Oh my God, you're what I've been looking for."
Wow.
So she wanted to know how she could be a part of this movement. And I said, well,
Derrick Rutledge movement.
I said, well, you and the First Lady are good friends. You all can figure it out. So they did. And I did it for a solid 3 or 4 months.
That is amazing. The most two
But
powerful women
I
in the
mean,
world.
really?
Well, that's how I ended up
Really?
getting that article that the Washington Post did on me.
Wow.
Because of that. But it was hard to keep up that schedule because I was literally working 10 days a week.
Sure.
I mean, I was
sure.
I was flying between, at that time she was ending the Oprah Winfrey show, so I was flying between DC and Chicago, back and forth, last flight out to Chicago, the last flight out to DC every day, or every other day, things like that. And it became a bit much. So I had a decision to make, and my time after, I got into the First Lady to the point that she was already beautiful. I took it to another level.
Right.
And
I did notice there was a
and-
point where she looked a lot different and better. She looked more elegant. I noticed that.
Okay, well, you saying that.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say that she's, her confidence grew, because one thing I know about doing makeup for women is that when you give them an image and they like what they see in the mirror, they've changed. They look good. They feel good. You become more confident. You stand up straighter. You look at yourself differently. And that's what I find by doing makeup, which is why I love what I do, because I love that feeling that I get when after someone has finished, that they see themselves and they love what they look like.
So now, and I don't want us to
And
run
I
out
know,
of time.
right
So
time.
now,
From there to Oprah, correct?
right? Yes.
Okay, Oprah. Well, I've been with her now 8 years.
Wow.
It's been 8 years. My first magazine cover with her was her laying in the hammock, and
My favorite.
And you do the makeup for all of her magazine
every
covers.
magazine
Wow.
for the past 8 years.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
I live for the afro.
Oh, the
Oh, the Afro was
That's-
awesome.
You know
Yeah.
that one actually magazine of the year for that, of all the magazines out, that cover won the magazine of the year.
Wow.
Oh my God!
Well, I know you-
I couldn't find it. I searched and searched. It was I couldn't find it anywhere. But I want to say this to you personally.
Yes.
I've known you for a long time.
A
but
long
what
time.
the blessing
And you have
is-
blessed me with so many different, when times when I was down and didn't know where and what was going to happen, you were always there for somebody to call. As a matter of fact, I blessed him too, because he was actually. I was telling him he needed to pursue a career of makeup because he was always good at doing makeup for other people. I said, now you need to take it to another level, because one thing I can say is that there's no sense in staying in one place. You need to constantly be recreating yourself and finding new areas to work within. Like my next big thing is education. I plan on traveling, teaching what in these 25, almost 30 years of knowledge, I plan on taking it across the road.
So you're going to do seminars and
all over the place.
we have a
Okay.
quick
It's
question
wonderful.
online. They wanted to know, do you do Oprah for everything that she does now?
Yes.
I have done Oprah for every magazine cover.
That included the British Vogue.
Every award show. I did it for the British Vogue, and from that British Vogue cover, I've actually been getting interviews all over the world now.
Sabrina, there's your answer.
So,
I-
so you must be great if she doesn't move without you. that includes movies and everything too, right?
I did
Wrinkle
her
in
for
Time.
Wrinkle in Time, the Immortal Life of Henry Lax, and the current movie, just said Wrinkle in Time.
Wrinkle in Time.
Yeah, the Butler.
Which we got our fingers crossed for an
Well,
Oscar.
yes, I'm praying for an Oscar,
Oscar,
nomination for
yes.
that.
I wish I had an
Absolutely.
image of
It
that
was
because the
amazing.
makeup for that was just
Oh my God,
phenomenal.
I saw that
So-
movie 3 times.
We'll have to show that the next
It
time.
was phenomenal.
Yes.
I want to say this. I know we have like 5 minutes to go. Derrick Rutledge, I just want to tell you that it has been such an honor and a pleasure. I told you, most people, I admired Derrick Rutledge's work before I even met him.
Me too,
Before I even knew what he looked like. I tell him all the time, I remember his makeup work in the Passion Hair magazines, and I used to see his name. And I always knew his work from his signature eyebrows. That's how I always knew. And I met him at the dining room table at Leroy Carey's house.
Bless his soul.
Yes,
Bless his soul.
Yes, and it was
There it is. Look at that.
Yes,
Come on, Jacob. Come on, Jacob.
yes. And
And
just
she looked phenomenal in that. She was like the
Yeah,
queen
she
mother.
was.
I gave her some major looks, and each day I would make her up. it took 2 hours to create
Wow.
each look.
That's a lot of work.
Wow.
it was a lot of work.
I hope I got an Oscar. I don't got that. We're keeping our fingers crossed.
But
But
I
let me-
just,
I-
I
I-
just wanted to finish and just say
Okay.
thank you. Thank you for being a mentor. Thank you for inspiring a whole generation of makeup artists, me being one included. It is such an honor to know you, to be able to call you, to talk to you, and it was such an honor to be the co-creative director with you for this cover of the
Oh
magazine.
yeah, he's
Yes,
he was
it-
slayed some
yes.
images.
It
It's
is a moment
amazing.
that I will never ever forget.
But before
It's
we
a
go,
moment I won't forget
before
either.
we go, y'all, I want everyone to know Derrick sings for
Oh.
He
real.
does sing.
And
He does
is there an
sing.
album coming out? I mean, you talked that you're going to pursue that now. What's next?
You
What's
know
next?
what? I've been asked that by a lot of people. And I have a friend named Mahisha. Not Mahisha. She used to be with Maisha and the Hip Hop.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
And so she.
I remember them.
Right. And so she has been pursuing Raymond Reeder, who used Grammy
Oh,
Award.
yeah.
Right. About me doing at least 3 songs for the Christmas holiday.
Wow.
This
So
will be
that's what we're trying to
great.
do. Yes.
Miss Teresa Beavers Jackson says hello, Derrick.
Hello, Teresa, another good friend that's been around for a long time.
Let me just say this for the sake of time that
Yes.
God has blessed you, He has covered you, He has protected you, but He's also gave you one of the most gracious spirits
Yes.
I've
I
ever
appreciate that.
encountered. That so many people in this business
Amen.
can believe the hype. You understand where your blessings come
Yeah.
from.
Yes,
from
I do.
God.
Yes, I do.
And what I love about it is we've been on this journey with you, good times, bad times, through your losses. But everything that God takes away, He always gives
He
you
gives you-
something.
Tenfold.
All right.
Tenfold.
Tenfold. Tenfold.
Tenfold.
And He has given you all these beautiful angels that look
Yes.
down upon you and shine on you, and are still with you on this journey. And even though physically they can't be here with you, they are always there. They're greatest supporters.
Oh, you used to see how many butterflies follow me all over the
Yeah,
place.
and they there
That's
always.
mommy.
Yeah, mommy did.
Mommy's
Yeah.
always
And your
yeah.
sister.
Yeah, my sister.
Oh my
That's
God,
why I
your
wore
sister
this.
was like
I wore this because of
she
her.
was such a cheerleader.
Yes, and she was. And look,
She
this,
would
this
cheer-
was her
she would be
necklace.
behind
I said,
Derrick
let me
like a
find something- Let me
cheerleader.
find something that I can feel like she's here. So I wore this with my leopard shirt, so I could feel like she was here.
So Derrick, this gentleman, Damian Dion Hill, said
Uh-huh.
to please tell you that I'm very proud of you. He
Oh,
said-
Damien.
he
Oh,
said, "Please tell you."
Damien out of Texas.
Damian
Out of
Dion Hill,
is he
yes.
out of Dallas or Houston? But he's in Texas.
Well, I mean, the sky's the limit. I mean, it sounds like. I mean, what do you do now? From now, I mean, you said education, but what else? What's next?
I plan on taking it on the road where I'm incorporating music because still want people to see that I can sing. Where I come out, and singing my opera or singing whatever, and then doing painting, and the paintings come to life because I have a whole team.
So this
of
is
people.
This is like a one-man production, one-man
No,
show.
no, no. I
live?
plan on bringing in hair people, makeup people to assist me. It's going to be staging involved, music. As a matter of fact, me and Kevin are working on scripting it now because I can't have something like this and not have it scripted.
So this is
And
like
by
a
me,
play on theater, like.
It's going to be education, but it's also going to be informative, but it's going to be education and it's going to be for entertainment all wrapped up into one, which will lead you to, once you've seen this, you're like, oh my God, I need to know more about makeup. I need to know more about hair.
Well, people are
And
asking
then-
when is the makeup line coming out?
Yeah,
okay?
skin
Well,
tone.
I'm
They want to
looking-
know how to be
For men
55
and
and look
women,
like
for men
you.
and women, right?
Well, I actually got some big irons in the fire because I've been approached by quite a few companies about representing certain things in their line. So it is coming because I've been trying to get away from not doing it, and all the druthers keep on coming back where everyone's asking the same question. So it's
coming?
it's a lot.
Well,
It's
yo,
just
this
a
is
lot.
I mean, Derrick's accomplished so
I'm
much
one
stuff.
person, but I am trying to now pull together a good team now because I can't do
It's
this
four
by
of us.
myself.
It's four
Well,
of
here
us
you go.
here.
Here's your
It's four
team
of
right
us
here.
right? Yeah.
Right.
Here we go, right here.
Well, y'all, we're running out of time. We want to thank Derrick.
Thank you so much.
Thank you all.
We love
This
you.
is
Derrick.
this is such an honor.
Thank
It
you for
really is.
sharing your story.
Especially when
Okay.
when I see the opening page and I see me dressed up looking like a king.
Y'all
I
have got
remember-
to. You've got to see this.
I'm like, goodness
And
gracious,
the
where
image-
it is.
There it is right there.
Yes.
The image hits the streets this week. So go find Swerv wherever
You gotta do it.
All right, Derrick.
Yes.
So we want to thank Derrick for joining us. Thank you all for joining us.
We know
Swerve
your
show.
schedule is
Thank
busy.
you, everyone. And we're going to have to say
Thank
good
you all
night.
again.
We love you, strong
Thank you.
Shane.
See us
See
next
y'all.
week. Swerve
you.
Weekend. Come on out and join us.
Don't
Yes,
forget next
please
Sunday.
come on
This
out.
Sunday.
All right, y'all.
All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Listen vision, listen vision, listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Listen vision, listen vision, listen vision, listen vision. Listen vision, listen vision, listen vision, listen vision. DC's #1 recording studio. Listen vision, listen vision, listen vision, listen vision.